to answer all, like, the #1 question. Are you guys back together? Are you thinking about getting back together?
Baby, we back. Mukbang with facts. Q in the A. You gon' get asked. What you answer? What's your answer? What's your answer? I know y'all ready for this, right? Y'all ready for this?
What's up? It's your girl Danny DMC. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're part of the Confident Crew. I'm with Tbell.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up? You get me? I'm geek. I'm hungry though.
I know I'm so hungry. Okay, so we're doing like a mukbang, Q&A, relationship update type of video for you guys. I want to give a huge shout out to Low Country Shy. I saw their food on Instagram, their crab legs, their lobster, their cornbread, everything, and I was like, I need this. This is the food for this mukbang. So I reached out to them on Instagram and they hooked us up. Make sure you check them out on Instagram. I know this has been a highly anticipated video. Ever since Tyler and I broke up, you guys have been super inquisitive about our relationship and just everything. Even before I announced that we broke up, I was getting overwhelmed by questions. That's why I made the video kind of explaining a little bit about our breakup. And now we're here today. It's the end of the year, December 2020. This year has been crazy for us. It's been like transformative, but also overwhelming and really sad, but really happy. And like, it's just been a lot. So I know that you guys have been really looking forward to this video, and now it's time. Your questions were juicy, oozy, if I do say so myself. Before we jump into this video and these juicy questions, make sure you subscribe, hit that juicy big red button, screaming subscribe to you below. But if you are not confident in that decision, that's okay. I want you to be confident in that, like all things in life. So watch this entire video, and I guarantee by the end of it, you will be running with confidence to hit that juicy red button. Make sure you guys follow me and Tbell on Instagram. You should already be locked in with me on IG, okay? But if you're not locked in with Tbell, make sure you follow him for sure. He's been doing a lot. Also, check out his YouTube. He has been vlogging. We are currently quarantined together in Chicago because we're about to go see our family for the, or my family, our family, for the holidays. And we're being as safe as we can. So Tyler has been vlogging it. So you'll see some stuff that you would not see on my channel, and I am in the vlogs. You're hungry. All right, let's get started. Ready? Question #1. Okay, let me roll my sleeves up. So the first question is, did you and Tbell ever really break up, or was it for the views?
What?
I know. So like this question, when I first read it, I was like, how rude. Maybe you're not like a loyal supporter of mine. But maybe you are. Maybe you just want to know. I would never ever do something for views. Like, if you guys haven't learned that by now, that's not who I am. I am about as authentic and real as they come. And when I give you the liberty of coming into my personal life, that's very hard for me because I'm already not someone that's like an overshare or tells even my friends a lot about what's going on with me.
She don't even tell me a lot.
So I think, you know, I respect your question, but I would absolutely never, like, Tyler and I went through some really hard shit this year. Like, I was crying, I was upset, I was sad, like, we both were. So it definitely was not for views. It was real life, and the only reason I like let you guys know what was going on and made that one video about us breaking up is because I was getting flooded with messages on TikTok, on Instagram, when I would go live, on YouTube, when I would upload. Like, it was getting really overwhelming, and it was causing me a lot of anxiety. So I was like, let me just make a video and you know, let you guys in a little bit with, you know, still being respectful and respecting mine and Tyler's boundaries. And we weren't speaking at that time. Like, I didn't talk to him then, so I didn't tell him about the video. So it was hard for me to upload that video, but I wanted to just kind of put it out there because everyone was like, why aren't you guys quarantining? Why aren't you together? So I would never do any of this for views. Like, I'm not that person, and I never will be.
Yeah, she's definitely not. And hey, I ain't gonna lie. Throughout that whole time, I was all over the place. I was just trying not to think about it. It was a tough time for me, and I just had to be very understanding, and you know, just give her space, and yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
And it definitely was real.
Yeah. Like, I think that's why I felt like insulted when I read that question, because it's like, man, if you only know what we went through.
What our families went through, like.
Yeah, like what everyone, I mean, Tyler and I had been together for 4 years, known each other for like 6 or 7. So it wasn't just us. It was friends. It was family. It was our environment where we live. Like, it was just everything. Okay, next question. Which zodiac signs are you compatible? So I am an Aries. I'm a Scorpio rising and Capricorn moon, and Tyler is a Cancer, and he's a Sagittarius rising, and I forget your moon.
Virgo.
Are you?
I believe so.
Yeah. Oh, that's the annoying part of you. I would say yes, we are compatible. Like, we started off being friends, and we like have always had like a good friendship relationship. Like, we're both adventurous. Tyler's definitely more. You're dripping everywhere. Is it really good?
What type of question is that?
Okay, I want some crab legs. Tyler is definitely like, you know, he's a Cancer, so he can be a bit like emotional sometimes, but in a good way. Oh my god. I love when that happens. It's good.
I ain't gonna lie,
Are you dipping it in the sauce?
I ain't even touched the sauce,
the
boss.
sauce is so good.
But this, I would definitely say we got like that subtle when opposites attract, and then the time that we spent together, it kind of just made it become more natural and organic to just be around each other and be like each other's yin and yang. Like, she can fill the gaps in, I can fill the gaps in for her, and it can be a beautiful thing.
Are y'all different when it comes to your love languages? How you reciprocate love? Definitely.
I didn't even know what a love language was until I met Shorty. Like, I swear I did not know what the love language thing was until Dan showed me the book and talked me through it.
Love languages.
Once she talked,
I didn't really know about. I like learned about that once we were already together for a couple years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like, once you said that, I you know, it was just something to look into. Kind of has to do with like your five senses almost, and I was just like, wow, like that makes sense. What are they?
Yours is physical touch, acts of service. I think your first one is physical touch. Then it's acts of service, gifts, quality time. Those are like your top ones, but like, I mean, there's only 5, but physical touch is definitely one of your top ones. For me, mine is words of affirmation for sure. Is definitely the number one.
I love you. You look beautiful today.
No, but for real, yeah, words of affirmation is definitely mine. And then I would say physical touch is probably my last one. And then quality time, for sure, would be my second. Okay, did Tbell ever get jealous when you post a sexy, confident post that shows a lot of body yaddy? I got a lot of questions like this. I will say Tyler's always been extremely encouraging and supportive with what I do, and he understands that it's about confidence and empowering other women, and he knows like I've never tried to do it for male attention. If anything, I want less male followers and male support. But I will say the thing about Ty, I know I'm going to. The thing about Ty is that he'll get jealous off stupid stuff. Like, I'll say like, oh, celebrity's fine, and he'll get mad at that. Not like serious mad, but like.
Yeah. I mean, it's only because you're, a little celebrity now and shit. So.
Is she?
But no, I couldn't ever get mad. Women haven't had a lot of time to really own up to what they love, and like they haven't had a voice to really get out and project what is important to them. So it's like for us to even keep nitpicking and tearing them down, it's like unnecessary. Like. Everybody should just be granted an opportunity to do what they want to do. It shouldn't be any shaming, but it's the world we live in.
Okay, so I guess we'll dig a little deeper now. I got a lot of questions about like going more in detail about why we broke up, and I was pretty vague in my first video, but I was real. So like, okay, first I'll ask this. Someone said who cheated and why'd they cheat? And I thought this was funny because cheating's not funny, obviously. But I thought this was funny because Tyler and I, neither of us have ever cheated on each other, ever. We're not those people. But I thought it was funny because when people break up so often, probably because we've all experienced such cruel people, I definitely have, we automatically assume it's something big. And that's how I felt too. Like I thought someone has to hit you, or someone has to cheat on you, or someone has to do you super, 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 super dirty for you to just be like fed up and be done. And that definitely wasn't the case for us.
People always jump to assumptions, so it's not even ironic. It's just people being people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wanting to know and be messy.
Yeah. Well, not even, yeah. But like, you know, people just have, they want to think like the worst or the most negative. So I did want to give you guys a little more insight because it definitely was nothing like that. So 2 questions I got that, you know, are kind of similar was, what was the reason for your split and what changed since then? And what is the fight that led to y'all's breakup or just breaking point?
You gonna dive in?
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like for Ty and I, we've been together for so long, 4 years, and not just 4 years, but like 4 imperative years. We were super young. When I met Ty, I was 20. And I remember that because I wanted to invite him to my 21st birthday party, but I didn't because I had this other dude come and like, I just remember that. But anyway, I was 20. I'm now 27, okay? You change so much in your 20s, and we had both evolved so much, but we both still were holding on to a lot of bad habits, and it's like sometimes we were bringing those habits out in one another, and like I was trying to force Tyler to grow and change in certain ways, he was trying to force me to grow and change in certain ways, and both of us were just being stubborn. And it just felt like we got to a boiling point where we were fighting a lot. We did have like a bad fight at the end that just made us realize like, okay, we need a break. Because I feel like for us, it'd always been so much fun. Like we had fun together and we liked each other. And my therapist said something to me that was so real. Right before we broke up, she's like, I have no doubt that you guys love each other. I feel like you guys have stopped liking each other. And that hit me so deep because that's how I felt. I felt like we were just getting irritated by each other and things were causing us to fight more, and we just needed to separate and like reevaluate our lives now as, you know, mid-20s, mid-20-year-old adults. And where are we going? What do we want? Like, do we want to be with this other person? Is this what our future looks like? So I feel like that's what led us to breaking up. And yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely, my choice of words, you know, in that last conversation that we had, I didn't say a lot of, you know, positive things. And I don't know, it felt like it was like a little bit of like built up frustration or like, you know, throughout the relationship, like she said, like we would nitpick at each other here and there. And
I had a bad temper, so I would say disrespectful things or just get mad and, you know.
Yeah. And just the response, like me personally, like I would always give things time, and then sometimes I wouldn't let them go. Like they would sit in my head and I would bring them back up like a year later or 8 months later.
Yeah.
And
that's another way, like how we communicate. That was a big issue for us, was communication. We communicated very differently. I was the type of person, I just want to get everything out, and if that meant I'm getting it out in a rage, yelling at you in that moment, I'm gonna get it out. And Ty would just, he's not a yeller. He doesn't even get angry like that. He would just walk away and need time to himself. And towards the end of our relationship, it like almost started to change. Like I was so exhausted that I just stopped like putting as much energy in, and he would get more upset and kind of get angry.
Yeah.
And that's when we just realized like, okay, we have to separate. Yeah. And then it was so weird that it happened right before COVID, because it literally, you guys, we broke up like 2 days before COVID. Like 3 days before the mandatory stay-at-home order. And so I knew I needed to leave LA. I'm like, I need to go be with my family. Like I can't sit in my studio apartment going through a breakup. I just can't. So then I went to be with my family for 3 months, and we didn't see each other for 3 months. We didn't talk for like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was a long time before we talked. Ty didn't even text me on my birthday. He didn't even text me on my birthday.
I really thought it was done. I really thought it was over.
I did too.
I was trying my best to like move forward. Like I had a new friend group. Like I was around different people. He had met
a lot of different people.
And I was like, all right, come on, it's the next, you know, to the next. And, you know, to really be a testament to our energy toward one another, like, you know, I talk to family and whatnot, and everybody's like, take your time, like, you know, during a breakup, like, it's not, you don't want to just run right back to that person, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't one of those, like, get out in the field and just explore other people. It wasn't like, you know, at that point where we had to just be with other people or whatever, but it was
I washed my hands. My camera died. I just want to let y'all know so you don't think I'm putting garlic in my hair.
More so like, you know, if this person is for you, they're for you. But take time for yourself. You know, start to fill out self. And as I did that, you know, I don't know, there was a point where I started to feel like a little empty. Like I was just like, oh, I miss her. You know, like I miss what we created. I miss, you know, the times we had, and you know, she was just such a positive energy in my life, and I was just like, dang, you know, at one point it was like, dang, but then you have people around you like, you know, that are just trying to be the best people they could be at that moment, so they're like, come on, bro, don't think about it, like, let's just enjoy where we're at, you know, and you try to do those things, but, you know, when you can't fight fate,
yeah,
I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, I feel like, for me too, well, I will say someone asked, like, were we dating other people when we split up? I feel like we're answering a lot of questions, so if I happen to do that, I'll just throw the question in there. But I will say, like, and someone asked too, like, when we broke up, did we really think that it was done? Like, or were we just taking a break? We definitely thought it was done. I thought it was done. You say, like, you felt like it was a break.
No, I thought it was done. Like, initially, I thought it was done. Like,
yeah, I thought it was done, like, for sure. And I mourned like it was done. I mean, I was really, really emotional.
In my head, though, I was saying, like, she will always be mine. But I was just like, dang, like, we really done. Like,
yeah, it definitely felt like we were really done for sure. And it was a long period of time we went, like, without talking. And I definitely started to, like, talk to other people. And I tried to, like, date a little bit. But it just, like, I felt this void, like, kind of similar to what Tbell said. Like, I felt not like emptiness, because I think what this time showed me too is, like, how beautiful it is, the foundation I've created with myself. Like, I just had this solid feeling. This is the first breakup I've ever gone through where I just knew I was going to be okay. Regardless of what happened, regardless of the outcome, I knew that I was going to be okay. And that's such a powerful feeling, you know? So I was really grateful for that. So I wouldn't say emptiness, but it just felt like something was missing, you know? And every guy I would talk to or try to date or whatever, it just felt like they're not Tyler. Like, I just kept feeling that. Like, they're not him. And I do feel like there's something different about us. I feel like we have, like, a soul tie. Like, we just get each other. We can totally be free in ourselves with each other. And, I've never, ever let my guard down like this with any man, like almost any person. And, you know, it was hard, but I do think that we really, really needed this time to, like, check in with ourselves and, like, see where we are and what we need and what we want. And is this relationship benefiting us? And I think what we both realized was we both have to grow. Regardless if we're together or not, we have to grow, we have to evolve, we have to transform. And it would be so sad to grow in the ways we each wanted each other to grow and not have one another. Yeah. Like, it just would feel like it's inevitable we have to do it anyway. So why not do it together? I don't know. It's been a really beautiful process. To answer all, like, the number one question, are you guys back together? Are you thinking about getting back together? We are back together. Tyler's been waiting to tell everyone that. We're taking it really slow. We've taken it really slow. We have been, like, working on our relationship for a while, for the past, you know, 4 or 5 months, and taking it super slow, putting no pressure, no expectations. And I think that's what helped us a lot. Like I said, we didn't speak for like 2.5 months during quarantine, and then I was still in Florida, so we had a FaceTime call. Super emotional FaceTime. I cried the whole time. It was like 2 hours.
I don't remember that. The whole...
What?
Alright, not that I don't remember it, but, like, you cried the whole time?
I cried a lot. Like, I couldn't stop crying because it was just so hard to see you and, like, be talking to you.
Well, how did this convo start? We jog my memory.
I can't remember. I don't remember how the convo started.
Alright, what parts do you remember?
I just remember that it was a really, really hard conversation, and we just talked about kind of everything that happened and where we were at, and then we just kind of, like, went on our way. Like, we just kind of...
Yeah, okay, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then, yeah, like you said, the went on the way part, because it felt like one of those, like, dang, I'm closing this chapter.
Yeah, it was like a closure type of call, and that was 2.5 months after we broke up. And then I told him in that phone call that I was making a list in my journal. I can't remember if it was my therapist or I think it was a friend that suggested this to me. They're like, make a list of what you miss and what you don't miss about the relationship. So I was like working on this list and I told Tyler that and he said like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. And like 2 months after that, when I finally went back to LA, we decided to meet up and kind of talk about everything. And that was so hard.
That was so tough. That was like, dang, if we would have recorded that or cameras were
I'm
around,
so glad there were no
us
cameras around.
I'm like, dang, like
that was really emotional. But it was like a beautiful day. We met at the park at like 10 a.m. and stayed together until like 6 p.m. It's like we couldn't leave each other. It was like, I don't know. I felt this like magnetic force. It was wild. Like,
you didn't want to leave?
No.
Me neither, man.
It was a beautiful conversation. We like went over our lists and like talked about, you know, what was good, what was bad, what was ugly, just like the real stuff. And I'll just say now, like, I just felt like I was gonna get emotional for a second.
It's okay, get emotional.
Okay,
man.
all right. See, he's the emotional one loves it. You didn't wash your hands yet.
I wiped them off really good.
Babe. Okay, I'm not emotional anymore.
Okay.
Ew. Okay.
Don't
smell that bad. Okay, thank you for making me not emotional. This is why we work. I just feel really happy because we talked about this the other day, but it feels like we're in a new relationship with the same like foundational bond. Is foundational a word?
Yeah, we'll run with that one.
Yeah. With the same like bond and friendship that we've always had, but like a new relationship. It feels like a new chapter, and I feel like we had to separate in order to get where we are. Like, there's no way we could have transcended into the place that we're at now without having that time for ourselves and to just focus on our needs, our wants. And I think what was so beautiful is that Tyler and I, it's not like we were sitting up in a room for 3 months despite COVID being like, oh my God, I miss this person, I need them, da da da. We like went about our lives. We went on with our lives, and I think that's why we were able to come back together, because we took care of ourselves. And I want everyone that, you know, breaks up with someone or ends a relationship to focus on that. One of the questions I got was, biggest advice for managing new chapters, transitions, and changes in relationships. And I would say my biggest advice, like always, like what I preach to you guys on this channel all the time.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah, is focus on you and making yourself whole. And like, I feel like when Tyler and I broke up, I wasn't like, he did this wrong and he did that, and I focused on that. I focused on, wow, there were ways I did not show up in this relationship, how I want to show up as a partner. Ooh. And whether I'm with Tyler or I'm with someone else, I want to evolve so I can be a better person, a better partner, a better friend, a better family member.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and so I feel like we have had so much growth, and I felt like it was only right for us to share that growth with you guys.
Yeah,
We, like I said earlier, we're quarantined right now for like 10 days because we're spending Christmas. We already saw Tyler's family in Chicago. We're in Chicago right now. And then we're going to Detroit to spend Christmas with my sister, her husband, and my parents. And I'm just so excited. Tyler and I have not spent a Christmas apart for like 4 or 5 years. So it would have been so weird if we weren't together on Christmas, my favorite holiday in the whole world.
Another sign right there, you know what I mean? Like, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just crazy. I remember my sister asking me like 4 months ago, like, oh, like Tyler might come to Christmas, right? And this is before like him and I were even like thinking about getting, or not even thinking about getting back together, but we were just,
we weren't even really talking cordially.
Yeah. Well, we were talking, but it was like very early on. Like we were seeing each other maybe like once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, it was around that period?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How do your parents feel about you two still being in contact every day? And like a lot of people asked about how did our families feel about us breaking up, da da da. I think you guys pretty much know about my family. Like I asked my mom in the last video we did together, asked my mom questions you're too afraid to ask yours. You guys should check that video out. But my family is obsessed with Tyler. They love him. And they were super supportive during the breakup. But I think that's another thing that like helped me, but also made it harder, was every guy I've ever broken up with, like, wasn't a great person. So when I broke up with him, my family, my friends, everyone was like, whoo, thank God she let that one go, right? But with Tyler, it was like everyone was circling around me and supporting me, all my friends. But I even had a couple friends say to me, I had 2 of my closest friends say to me, you know, I support you and I stand with you. But I will say from an outside perspective, it seemed like you had a good one. Like 2 of my closest friends said that to me. And you know, my family was kind of the same way. My mom, she didn't take down any of the pictures of Tyler. When Tyler and I were broken up, he came home to Chicago and he came to my house and had dinner with my parents. Like, we were broken up. So yeah, my family, like, they love Ty. And they are very happy that we're, you know, back
Figuring
together.
things out,
Yeah.
back together.
Yeah. Ty's family is also very supportive. Me and his mom are super close. Tyler has a massive family. There may be, you know, 1 or 2 that don't love the kid, but everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I will say, you know, one thing that I will always cherish and love about you is how you hold me accountable. Like, that was one thing I missed, you know, when we were apart, was like, you were really like my accountability partner.
Yeah.
And I could hold you accountable and you could hold me accountable and push each other in a way that made us better. And, you know, that was something I wasn't like thirsty to try to go build that with someone else. But at the same time, like, I do remember, like, we had our moments where that made us butt heads, but then it also really brought us together. Like, it was something that was like you said, like when you were saying you were gonna be good no matter what, it was like one of those moments too for me where I was like, I know I'm gonna be good no matter what, but it was like that, but yeah, that was just a big part in why I, you know, really, we had that talk at the park. That was another key thing. Like, think about that. She told me to write down the pros and cons, basically, of everything. And that right there, that was like holding me accountable. Like, at that moment, I couldn't blame no one for anything but myself. And then I had to sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and really write them out. And as I started to write them out, I'm like, dang, like, this person obviously really cares about me, and like, I still care about her. So it was just like, you know, just organic moments that take time and patience for you to have with yourself. And, you know, then, you know, you'll have your peers and loved ones come in and chime in, but ultimately it's all up to you and your decision.
How do you deal with people judging your relationship since it's interracial and you're plus size? Don't listen?
Dang. I don't even really, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, at first, like, the first couple of years, it definitely was like a little battle, because I was taking in too many
Ty gets,
opinions.
when it comes to, well, obviously I'm plus size, but he's not, but when it comes to being interracial, Tyler definitely gets a lot more shit about me being white than I do about him being black, for sure.
Yeah, and it was weird.
It is what it is. Like, I'm never gonna be upset or angry at any black person for not accepting me or our relationship. Their opinion, their feelings are valid 100%. And you know, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop living my life and loving who I love.
Duh.
But I am gonna take that with stride, and I'm gonna work harder to do my part, and I'm not just gonna be, you know, another white woman that fetishizes black men. I'm gonna do my part as an activist and abolitionist and make sure that I'm, you know, creating change and doing good with who I am, and not just sitting around and being another white girl in an interracial relation.
100%, yeah. Because for me, it was just, I was taking into too many opinions. You know, everything's not for you to understand. Okay, I'll put that out there first, but just try to understand it, try to sympathize, empathize, and then go live your life. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, next question. What are you two the most scared about when it comes to getting back together?
Nothing. I ain't even gonna count. Like,
you feel super good.
I feel really good. Like,
I do too.
I mean, I could see, like, you know, I could think of like people hating or trying to sabotage us because they want her or somebody wants me. But like, outside of that, like, I don't let negative thoughts come in my mind like that. So
yeah,
like, I'm not even.
I would say my only fear is, like, when we broke up, I felt like I failed. I can be really hard on myself, and I just don't want to have to go through that again. But I do feel super optimistic and positive. Like, I feel like we're in such a good place, and I feel so happy, and I feel like we both have really changed and evolved. And I feel like you've made so many changes that it's just a lot easier to like be with you. And I feel like you listen and you try to accommodate my wants and needs. And I don't know, I'm very thankful for that.
I would definitely say I've grown and evolved. These jaw joggers are so decent. I like this.
I know, me too. Misguided. Next question. Did you hate him/hate her at some point of the breakup?
Nope.
Absolutely not. There's no way I could ever hate Tyler. Like, even when we were broken up, he was my family.
Yeah.
Like, you'll always be my family.
I see one about sex over there.
We'll leave off on a little spicy note. What's the weirdest thing you've done together sexually? I'm gonna take your word weirdest and flip it to wildest because we don't really do weird things. But I would say what's the first that comes to mind for you?
I don't know, babe. The wildest. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. We was in a public bathroom.
Oh my God.
At a restaurant. In a small little cozy town. You know, he's in Cali.
In a little ski town.
And we did something a little exclusive. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm an Aries, so I love a thrill. That's another really good thing about us together and Ty too. We're just down for whatever. And we also did it one time in the dressing room.
Dude, we got caught.
Yeah, we got caught. I got caught for real. But it was fun. I hope my mom's not watching.
You are wild.
All right, well, on that spicy note, I really appreciate you guys and your support. Always constantly rocking with me, rooting for me, uplifting me. And I've always felt that same energy about Tbell. Like, I just feel like you've always loved him and seen how amazing of a person he is.
Yup.
And that makes me so happy. And
time for me to really take heed of what she does and get out here and uplift some other men and get them aware and woke on things they can do to uplift their women and how we should really be cherishing our women. You know, no matter how they look, plus size, negative size.
Negative size?
Yeah, because I don't even know why they say plus size. Y'all just regular women. Like, it's weird, all these stigmas. But yeah, man, I'm here for it. You know, I'm just really thankful to still have her in my life. And I'm really ready to show you guys a new side of me. So thank you for having me, babe. And I really enjoyed this.
I know the food was so good. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us eat it. But I love you guys so much. Please, please hit that big red button, screaming subscribe to you below. Join the fam, join the confident crew. Leave a comment below. As always, I want my comment section to be an open forum. Also, give us ideas. Like, we're totally down to make videos and create content. And we've been having so much fun being cooped up here. And we've been making some super dope stuff. So let us know what you want to see. And hopefully we will, fulfill your requests. And give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'm glad that we could let you in and just have a real moment. Because we're a family here, like always. And we love you. Bye. Thank you. Love you.
Man, you got no makeup.
Love you.
Okay.
Do you love me? Damn.
Do you love me? Do